What is up, brother? We're live now and we're gonna decide about what we have been doing so far, what we're gonna do this week, and how you can bounce back from inconsistency. But first of all, let's get this clear. What you're grateful for. Write all of that down. I am grateful for the rain outside because it reminds me of summer. The rain just kind of reminds me of summer, which reminds me of my identity. So this live stream we're gonna talk about getting consistent again, becoming the type of person who is consistent, because you've had in your life those times when you are like consistent, not consistent. You will find that in those moments when you are not consistent, you become a totally different person than how you were before, when you were like proper motivated and doing all your works. We're gonna talk about that, but we'll get there. I'm also grateful. I'm also grateful for my water bottle next to me, because I can drink water anytime. I'm often grateful for water bottle because like stay hydrated, bro. Because there's a lot of thirst trapper out there. Gotta be hydrated, yeah. So after you've thought about what you're grateful for now, what you want to do is write how you can be better today. How you can be better today. How can I be better today? Yeah, I can. Okay. There's a lot of shit that I've mentioned in how can I be better. Now I'm finding it kind of like difficult to think about it. I think it would be just something small, yeah. I'm thinking about like cleaning my table every single time. That's very simple. That's something I've already done. You see, when you get to like 22 things that you can improve in your life, you get to a point where like it gets hard for you. You have to really put your mind to decide now what to think about. Just think it for yourself, and also the two things that you're grateful for today, just like how we always do. So, I can improve my life by drinking one sip of water before I go to bed, because often at times I would like wake up at the middle of the night or something, disturb my sleep because my mouth is like dry off because I didn't drink water long long before. Like I just drank water 1 hour before I slept, so it's like my mouth gets kind of like dry. I need to like drink water, keep hydrated. So yeah, just one sip. Doesn't have to be filling my stomach because I'm not thirsty. I'm just kind of like don't want to be dry later on when I'm sleeping. So yeah, that's something that I can do. Drink one sip of water right before I go to bed. Alright. Now we're gonna talk about bouncing back from fucking it up again, because we're in day 22, and if you are like so fucked up at the beginning of this series, chances are with all the practices that you have been doing, you're getting better. So let me just recap what we've been doing in this series. First of all, there's a lot of depth and details that I went into for these specific things, but I'm just gonna, read some of them out. I've written it down so that I can, precisely tell it in like sequence. We've talked about gratitude, what we are grateful for every day. We're practicing this gratitude habit. I'm not gonna tell you why or how you can do it, because it's like I've already talked about that. This live stream is specifically about how to, bounce back, especially concerning your identity, and then also about this week's plan. So we've thought about the gratitude side of the equation. We've thought about the sacrificial, which means essentially how you can be better every single day. And then we've practiced cold showers, cold showers, exposing ourselves to cold, like once every single time because winter is here. If it is winter in your country, cold shower. If it is summer, cold shower anyways. And then also meditation is what we've been doing. Meditation, just staying in silence. I'm doing this every single day, 10 minutes. This nowadays, as I'm moving out in this place, I'm not being able to do it for 10 minutes so far, but I'm catching up. I'm doing for like 5 minutes at least, not like 10 minutes just yet, but I'm gonna get there like tonight is the 10-minute one because I'm coping to this environment. And the one two, fifth one is visualization. Visualize your best self about your. So also we've set a routine before all of this. We've set a routine so that you can follow it precisely, because without clarity you kind of like fuck up with your life. You kind of like get off track. I mean, you cannot get back on track if you don't have any track to begin with. So you must set a routine and visualize about how you can practice that routine. Really, literally, like close your eyes, see yourself, cut out all your phone, cut out all those Instagram, cut out all those TikTok. Just imagine yourself following up your routine every single day, and you'll be more likely to do it because in that time, like 3 p.m., you have already visualized yourself lifting some weights. So it's like familiarized. And also you have made yourself a habit tracker, which is something very outstanding. And you've been writing all these habits down, like sacrificing every single day, gratitude, cold showers, meditation, visualization, and some of your work, maybe even your workout, maybe even like no fab if that's what you're concerning about. But yeah, if you're like single and then you want to achieve great and you want to achieve great success, and then you are like ambitious, yeah, no fab, go for it. Because at that point, like, why are you even fapping? Like, it doesn't make sense for you to fab if you're single. There's no like reproduction in the equation. So habit tracker, you've been getting it all checked off. Even though you cannot get it checked off for some certain days, you're still just showing up, because showing up is all it takes to get it checked off. You don't have to expect a lot, just show up, become the identity person. Okay, now as I mentioned about how the rain reminds me of summer, there will be some certain things in your life that reminds you of how you were. Okay, maybe you were bad or maybe you were good. Doesn't matter. There's gonna be certain things in your life. It may be like sugar. Christmas is coming. We are eating all these sweets and all that. Relatives. That's like, I like. It's not like I'm consuming it out of indulgence, but like the social setting is this way, so we could still make it work or some shit like that. But consuming like processed carbohydrate, like cakes, dry cakes especially, just reminds me of my old self. Not at that moment, but my brain associates to how it was. And so like I'm less likely to follow my work because the person that I was, how I was, didn't do his work, wasn't disciplined, had bad mental health. All my stories. I literally come up on live stream and talk to you all of my secrets, all of my story, bro. Like, I become that old version of me, and guess what happens when it's raining? I can't help but think about that version of me who is hardworking, who is studying when there is like raining, when it's already at night time, on his table, studying and all that, working basically. I think about that, and then I'm suddenly this new type of person. And there was this other day before yesterday. I'm writing my tasks down, okay, like I usually do every day to do list, like you've also been setting yourself for yourself to do in your habit tracker and routine setting. I'm setting out myself tasks every single day. I need to study a lot of biology this week, this month. So I'm writing all this shit like, damn, there's a lot to study for school. damn, like I've never done this shit before, by the way. And then I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I need to become somebody. Like, because no matter how hardworking I was, my identity didn't have the identity of a person who works hard on biology, studying biology. That shit is not my advantage, okay? So I'm like, damn, the only sure way that I can get biology done, is if become the person who does it. Is if I become a biologist at the first place. You need to become the type of person who does all of those tasks. And again, this is like kind of like cliche. Become the person who achieve your goal. Identity over goals. System over goals. You know what I'm saying? It's like, just take a silent moment. Look at a goal that you have set for yourself. Look at your tasks that you have set for yourself, and ask yourself, can you achieve it? And right then, if you're not like shitting yourself, maybe you're trying to stay positive and yeah, I can achieve it and all that, but deep inside you know you cannot achieve it up until you change your fucking identity. Because if you stay the same person as you are, if you have the same identity as you have right now, as you are watching and writing these goals, you wouldn't be able to achieve it. The type of person who will eventually go about it and achieve your goal is a different person than you are. But here's the thing, that person is you. So it's all about identity shifting, bouncing back from fucking it up. But oftentimes, if you are like at this trap of like social media and overstimulation and the internet, it's gonna be very hard for you to get back on track. Not as hard though. It's still gonna be a lot of issue in the long term, but in the short term, like the very moment, it's not as hard as you think actually. Because I know internet can be addicting. I know, like, every reels that you see, you are seeing those reels because these reels are performing well. These videos that you are seeing on short forms, when you are trying to indulge in pleasure, when you're bored and you want to waste time, these reels, they perform well, which is why you are seeing it at the first place. And you cannot like edge out there. We're using this analogy of edging because you cannot think like, oh yeah, let me just watch one two reel. No, because that reel page is like all where all the viral reels are out there, all the viral contents are out there. So you cannot expect expect to see a fucking random boring reels and just get away with it and continue living your life. No, it's gonna hook the fuck out of you. Those contents are gonna hook the fuck out of you, especially if it's like reels that you're seeing on like algorithm shits, because their hooks are the reason they are viral in the first place. Their addicting is almost like this. Their features, their content itself is so engaging that it got so viral that if you even watch like a 0.1 second of it, you might just get addicted because of the way the content is set. So you cannot right here right now think to yourself that, oh yeah, just one reel, just two reel, let me just scroll down some more, because I know you also don't want to watch those reels when you're just out there. You know you are wasting time. Deep inside, you're wasting time, but you're like, man, I'm already shitty already. Man, let me just spend some few times watching reels. But I know I should be doing that work on the table, but nah, I'm too lazy. Perhaps I'm too lazy. Maybe if I study, I wouldn't be able to focus well. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. And then you're almost like fighting demons in your brain, like, oh yeah, but what if I stand up now? But nah, but what? Well, yeah, I could embrace the stress. I would feel good later, but nah, I don't have much energy. You'll feel that. That is like the worst case scenario, because most of the time if you just count to three you get up. If you just take a deep mindful breath you get up. If you just turn off your phone you get up. But there is also like a certain level of inertia to that. But even in the worst case scenario, you're gonna get lazy as fuck, your dopamine is gonna get fried as fuck. That is like the worst case scenario. And what happens then is you don't need to try to quit watching whatever you are watching, whatever content you've been surfing to, whatever TikToks you've been watching. You can quit all of that finally because of the low energy, but that is like a very unhealthy state to get. From there now, some practice that I think have really helped me in the past is room cleaning, brushing, and cold shower. Now I was gonna include workout here because workout is a good productive thing, but I've just set it to cold shower, room cleaning, and brushing your teeth. Let me tell you exactly why. Brushing your teeth, bro. First of all, room cleaning, or even like table cleaning. Your table is a reflection of your mind. If your mind is shitty, your table is shitty. You can just see it, because most of the time when your mind is shitty, you're too like scattered around with other things. You don't even have to that like intention to clean your table. So by cleaning your table, and by cleaning I don't mean like wiping it or some shit like that, just like basics, right? After you have like lost your track, got addicted to social media, became mindless, just clean your table. Because it's like when you finally get a little bit of motivation, and if you have been practicing to clean your table, then you will expect like a certain level of dopamine for it. Like this really helps me, cleaning our room, cleaning the table, especially the table. Just arrange it, turn it sideways. Try something new so that you kind of know that, oh yeah, my environment changed, therefore my identity changed. I am no longer the same person that I used to be, because my table was this, but it became like this. I just shifted it this way and I cleaned it. I removed some books, I added in some books, I organized my room well, in a very simple way, just cleaning, wiping the floor and all of that shit. Very simple, very simple. Don't have to be very specific with that. You don't have to decorate it or anything like that. Table or room cleaning. When you tame your environment in such a way that you can help but study, you can help but study. I also added brushing our teeth, because when you're out there mindless, majority of the time you're mouth breathing. You're not breathing the right way. You're not like mewing or all of the. You're mouth breathing. Majority of the time, breathing shallowly. Even if you're breathing with your nose, it's like you're taking mindless fucking breaths. So just take a deep breath right now through your nose. Okay. A very mindful one. Good. Now, brushing. It is something you already do. You do it every day. It's nothing much. It wouldn't hurt to just do one extra. Maybe just brush 3 times in that particular day. It doesn't take much. But I want you to know that it's not just the act of cleaning our teeth. You don't want to clean your teeth. You don't want to brush. It's just the feeling of hygiene that you get. The feeling that, yeah, you cleaned yourself. All of this clutter in your mind, what we're right now, is gone. All of those garbage that was inside of you is gone, just because you've cleaned your teeth, which is not even the main inside of you. It's just not even the part of your brain. It's just your teeth. You cleaned your mouth, and that almost feels like you have removed those dirt internally, to the point where you feel like, yeah, you're not the shitty person anymore. Like, yeah, this is where it changes. But again, mind you, this is motivation. you're gonna get back into, scrolling again if you don't follow the advice that I tell you later on. But wait, first of all, you're still at this stage. You've just, you're done with social media. You finally got the courage to, stop watching social media for the time, because after like hours of stimulation, you're finally quitting. Now take cold shower. Now, I was actually planning to include like meditation and workout, but these two, they take a long time and they are not like very short term intense. You need something that really like spikes the fuck out of you, shocks the fuck out of you, really forces you to go back to reset. Take cold shower. Now I explain the mindset you should have if you are finding it hard to do cold shower on my previous live stream about like embracing cold, practicing cold exposure. You can just check that out on the first week. So it'll be like from day 1 to 7. Cold shower shocks the fuck out of you. And you know what happens then? It almost like makes your brain chemicals to fall back into baseline, which means that you feel as if you have just woken up in the day, almost as if you're just like feeling fresh because you just woke up, and then you can like continue to smash the day. Joe Mars, hey, what's up? Merry Christmas, brother. Merry Christmas. Actually, it's not Christmas time right now out here. 15 minutes to Christmas, yeah. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. I'm in India right now, so. I mean, India is where I usually live. So, cold shower, brushing your teeth, and room table cleaning. The sequence of it, it's not like proper sequence, but majority of the time you're scrolling through your phone, right? So you can get up, you're still in your room, you make your bed first of all, you turn off your phone, keep it somewhere, just ignore it. Or maybe you can like, okay, there is actually a bridge addition that you can add into when you're on your phone. When you're on your phone consuming the contents that you don't want to watch, maybe it's porn, maybe it's like entertainment, maybe it's like some random guy playing guitar, or some random jazz battle in the railway. It doesn't matter. Because most content are stimulating, right? Most content are stimulating online, especially those ones that gets a lot of view, because they are stimulating, therefore they get a lot of views. Maybe there are a lot of factors to getting a lot of views. Maybe it was a really really good video with really good title, idea, thumbnail, and all that shit, but majority of the time they are kind of stimulating, if you're being honest. So whenever you're watching this video, I don't care how you do it, but make sure you transition from that useless video into like procrastination through consuming self-improvement videos now. Does this make sense? Because, okay, you're gonna get stimulated anyway. I mean, you're already stimulated when you're watching all those reels, when you're addicted at the moment. Switch to self-improvements, because it doesn't take much, right? Whatever it is, you can search your latest self-improvement YouTuber. Who is it? Like, I don't know, like Hamza. I don't think he's doing YouTube anymore. I don't, like, I have to check for that. I don't think so. Any self-improvement YouTuber, you can go on there, learn something new. You can watch self-improvement YouTube shorts, fine, but make sure you transition from the topic of random shits, random entertaining contents, into self-improvement contents that actually gives you knowledge and makes you want to just get up, but still stimulates you, because you don't want to transition too hard. I mean, you could transition too hard if you're at that level, but considering you're just scrolling for hours now, you've wasted your life on this stimulation that you're getting, on this technology basically. Keeping that in mind, you want to transition like slowly, because or else you would have to overcome a lot of inertia that you wouldn't be able to unless you are too much out of fatigue, and at that point it's like you're gonna have a hard time living the day. But again, you can get a good sleep and then recover tomorrow, fine. But transition to contents, you're still using your phone. Now finally you can, like, listen to the self-improvement videos as you're, cleaning your table. That is something that I would do back then. Self-improvement videos. I would just listen and then clean my room back in the days of my self-improvement journey, because I had a lot of shits to learn. Like, even a stimulating video was good enough to make me know that, yeah, it was worth it. But nowadays it's like the video would be too stimulating and the knowledge will be still high but not as worth it, because it's fucking up my dopamine, which I could have used to read a meaningful book that I want to read in my life right now, or just study or record a YouTube video, or be productive for the rest of the day. Transitioning and listening to self-improvement videos if you want as you're cleaning your table, fine. But when you're taking cold shower, at this point, you don't want to watch self-improvement videos, and you will just feel it when you've just cleaned your table. You feel like a new person, actually, if you just tried it out. Because, like I said, your table is the reflection of your mind. Guess what happens when you clean your table? Not clean your brain, just when you clean your table, then your brain also kind of gets like cleaned. It becomes fresh again. This new setting of your environment gives you like a new identity. Let me just explain you how powerful is identity. With a story, of course. You see, there was one time I was, you know, made as a volunteer by my one of my cousin brothers, so that we could go to one event where all the students gather from different like parts of the state, and then they're all gathering for this one program of, like, yeah, avoid drug awareness program. And then I'm there as a volunteer. I'm acting almost like I'm a teacher. I'm with a suit. I'm with a good posture. I look kind of good. And then, with my short hair. People right there, right then, perceive you as maybe something different, just because, like, you're wearing some shit. The students, especially, they see you like a teacher. Okay, they saw me as a teacher. They were like, sir, and all that shit. And then I'm like, bro, nobody ever called sir to me. But yeah, that was like back then. And I'm like, damn, this identity shift in me right now is huge. It's almost like I'm under a like marks or some shit like that, or I'm behind, and then I'm also a student, but just because I'm wearing like a suit, and then I'm in like a place where it's like an event where a lot of students are there, and I'm not wearing school uniform. Students are seeing me as like a teacher, and I can't help but go with the flow because if that's what people are looking at me as, then I'm more likely to be compelled to act like that. You are the average of the 5% you spend time with. One of them being your self image. And so, this can also be the same thing for your environment. When you all of a sudden change your shitty room, okay, like almost like your room is shitty, you've been jerking off all the time, you've been getting your walls dirty because of your cum, you cum on the wall, or some shit, and then you suddenly shift everything around. You throw the wrappers in the dustbin that you've always procrastinated from throwing. You finally throw all those bullshit in the dustbin, everything in the dustbin, all of those bullshit that you've been procrastinating to throw. And almost like you get this new feeling, everything is almost like starting new, and then you feel fresh. I would also listen to music when I'm cleaning my table back then, but I kindly like slowly like switched to self-improvement videos, and then now I'm like cleaning tables every day, just something that I practice to become every day better and better. Yeah. So good shit, good shit. Let's let's meditate, bro. Let's meditate together before Christmas arrives. For like, it's Indian time right now. There is 6 minutes more before Christmas. I'm gonna meditate my way to Christmas, brother. My brother just. Hocam. Kulur. Gua sakit. Yok. Gel.
Senin falan o kapan. Ne oldu? İzliyorlar.
Да, я. Umbrella. Да. Getting sleepy. 5 minutes meditation. Let me just set an alarm, yeah? 2 minutes. 2 minutes to Christmas. Let's just meditate. Almost like visualize Jesus Christ being born. Is it Christmas yet? Yes, it is. Merry Christmas! Let's go, brother. Merry Christmas, brother. Yo, James. Merry Christmas. It's already Christmas in this time. Good shit, good shit. Gotta wish my family, okay? Yeah, enjoy your Christmas, boys. Yeah, and don't forget, you're still on this shit, okay? You're still on this extreme. Yeah, you're not done yet. You're not going anywhere, bro. Just, yeah. Keep following your routine. Keep getting back, even if life gets in the way. Yeah, you can do it. Improve your life, one step at a time. Always.